Good morning. It's Friday, March 7th, and I have been working with and on computers for longer than most people have been alive. I started in this business in the 60s, and I'm aware of all of the intricacies that exist with the use of computers and how they can affect the morality of people. And so when I hear that there are generations of people who are worried about their children's use of computers, I understand that. And I believe that children should be protected and taught how to properly use their computers. And I believe that is the responsibility of their parents. So when I read that Utah became the first state to pass legislation requiring app stores to verify the user's ages and get parental consent for minors to download apps to their devices, it bothers me. It bothers me because I know that many parents cannot do that. They don't have the time to watch their children. They're working 2 jobs and everything else. And so it's a dilemma when you insist upon parents watching their children like hawks. But it's necessary because many children will get in trouble if they use computers and applications incorrectly. So Meta and other social media companies support putting the onus on the App Store to verify the ages, even though there is criticism that they don't do enough to make their products safe for children. And how can you possibly make a product safe for children and verify that children under 13 shouldn't be allowed to touch it? That's in the minds of the parents. And children of different ages have different capabilities. Not every 13-year-old is smart enough to use a computer properly. You have 10-year-olds and 9-year-olds and 8-year-olds who probably can do better jobs on computers than many children and many teenagers and many adults even. So this law that went and was passed in Utah makes some sense, but it's not the real true answer on how to ensure children's online safety. That is a parental issue. It takes attention from the parents to do that. And in this environment where every child has a phone, it's almost impossible for parents to watch over them 24/7. You can give your children guidelines. You can speak to them on regular occasions about how things are going and how to use their equipment and what to do with it and what not to do with it. But that's a full-time job. And many parents are on the spot because they have to make money. They have to live. They have to get food. They have to pay rent. They have to keep their properties clean. There's a lot to being a parent that doesn't go directly to the consideration that everything must be governed by them. They can give their children guidelines, but I will bet you 50 or 75% of the time that when you tell a child to do something or not do something, they don't always listen. Children think for themselves. They believe in their own existence. So it's difficult parenting properly. And when we create devices that can be used, sort of, I will say, illegitimately, and could affect a child's daily life and their thinking processes, that's a serious issue and parents should be aware of it. But we must not categorically declare that everything is the responsibility of the parent. And maybe app stores have some responsibility, and they should have a note presented to them that the parent says it's okay for the kid to get the app, even though they're over 13 or something. And how do you know that a child is over 13? Are you going to ask them to show their birth certificate? It's a difficult situation when you put any kind of age limit on any product that you are selling. And maybe the way these apps should be sold shouldn't be in a store, perhaps. Maybe they should be in a warehouse somewhere. And maybe they should not be allowed to be sold in person. But maybe the person who gets it has to come in there with their birth certificate or something. It's a difficult things when the app developers are required to handle age verification and other safety measures. They can't do that effectively. And will every employee in the store be paying attention properly? No. So this is a stupid social media safety situation. You have to leave it up to the parents and make sure that they are the ones that are watching over the child when he gets his hand on these apps. I don't see where it comes into the province of the store owners to worry about everything. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they shouldn't even allow children under 13 into their stores. But how can they control that? There are some kids who are six feet tall when they're not 13. How do you know? So this is a difficult situation and no easy solution. And no solution will ever be perfect. So I leave you with that craziness today. Apps are a danger to society. Many believe that. I don't. I've been in the business too long. Computers and their capabilities are a wonderful thing, and controlling their use falls into the realm of being a good parent and recognizing what's going on. But that's not always possible. So I leave you with those crazy thoughts this morning. Have a great day. Bye.